in Japan or something like that. I don't know. It's probably exactly the same, actually. There are Japanese itch sites, though. Here's a game. Yeah, that's true. Yo, yeah, Deep Web. Deep Web VPN stream. There we go. Let's play some Monstrum. Could just watch some of those animations from 1C. Where people get sucked into the deep web. It's always like some weird video where someone's like being watched through their webcam and they can't stop it. I pulled the plug out of the computer, but it wouldn't turn off. We could look through a bunch of different like sites like Netflix and stuff and show live like what's available in certain regions on Netflix that isn't available in other places. I think that'd probably be a good way of showing it off. And then Surfshark is like unlimited too on any device. So you could have it on your, once you sign up, you have it on your phone. You got it on your desktop, obviously. Any tablets, anything that uses the internet. I think there's even like a router app or something like that. Oh shit, that's a bad start. That's a bad start. I actually have never used one before. Like, extensively. It has a lot of like good tutorials. Alright. It's not a bad start, actually. Not a bad start. Yeah, I remember actually that happening to me once, Andor. But I used to work in the greenhouse. And one of my main jobs when I worked in the greenhouse is I used to, like, pollinate corn. I worked at a biotech firm, basically. And half my time was in a greenhouse taking care of corn, and the other half was, like, desk work related to the corn. And specifically, my job was crossing the corn, man. So I would pollinate. I would go in. I'd get a big bag. And I'd gather all the pollen from all the crosses we wanted to do. In a paper bag. So you get all this corn pollen. You sift out the corn pollen from, like, the anthers and stuff like that. And, then you go up to the where the husk would be on the corns, and it's just like a little mini husk with a bunch of like corn hair coming out, called silks. And then you just pour the pollen onto the silks. But before you do that, you have to like trim them. So they're all like, you know, the same length, and they all get hit with the pollen the same way. And I remember I was using garden shears to do it, which you know, you're not really supposed to. Because garden shears, if you're familiar with, are like shaped in like a crescent. The blade is like crescent shaped. So the cut is a little weird. You should be using garden shears to cut things that aren't like plants, basically. The stalks of plants. And I cut off the tip of my finger pretty badly. With a garden shear that was razor sharp. Which was probably good, I guess, in retrospect. That it wasn't like a dirty ass shear or something like that. But yeah, that sucked. And then, yeah, typing. Oh, shit. Typing for the next, like, month was really hard, so I feel you. It was a very, very fine tip, but it got completely sliced off. Like, yeah, I was at the deli, little piece of the finger. That job messed my hands up. It was one of my favorite jobs ever in my entire life, but it was tough work. But, you know, it was satisfying. It's a good industry, too. The only thing with, like, biotech startups like that is they're really volatile, so, like, that's like, the most wild stories about CEOs losing their fucking minds and destroying the company. Run! And also, since it was a biotech firm, you know, the research was either going to work or not work. So, you know, once you can't clear a certain round of funding, everyone's jobs are gone. But it also can be a really rewarding job. You could end up working at a fucking, you know, huge company from the very beginning, so. What's up, demons? I was just talking about how I worked for, like, a biotech company, right? Where I worked with corn. I worked with genetically engineered corn. Whoa. I'm just gonna go up to the deck since I got this. I might be able to just get out of here right now. Nah, you couldn't eat it was like really nasty corn. Basically, like, we had a transformation team that would put genes into corn in an embryonic stage that, you know, genes that we wanted for certain projects. And then we would grow the corn from that stage in media to the point where we could transplant it to soil. And then grow up the corn, and hopefully those traits would show up. And they could, like, harvest all that stuff. So it was like, you know, third generation ethanol research, animal feeds, all sorts of crazy stuff. Yeah, I did I did sorghum, rice, sugarcane. But mostly corn at a certain point. We, like, really briefly, it all started with ethanol, third generation ethanol research, but it ended up not being, like, the focus of their research. Animal feed is really where the money was at. I think. For those guys, at least. It was a cool job, though. I got to travel around to cornfields. No, they sent me to a few different places. Oh. Yeah, there was nothing good over there. Let's go to the other side. But I haven't worked with plants or in a lab or anything like that for 6 years. It was a cool environment, but some of the people that I had to work with, since I wasn't a scientist, I'm an English major, I kind of just, like, fell into this job. After school. It just kind of like worked out. A lot of the people like feel like they can talk down to you because they're scientists and stuff like that, and you're not a doctor or a professor. So that was a little frustrating. Especially working at a university, there's so many assholes like that around, even if you're not working with them. I never considered that at all, like going to work at a university. How many fucking pricks there are. We like, you know, as a biotech lab startup, we rented greenhouse space and stuff like that. And there's a lot of like professors from, it was at UConn, and there's a lot of professors there that like were just not nice about sharing lab space. Just, you know, occupying the same area. It's just funny how people can go to school for that long and still have no social skills whatsoever. Like, people could have like 6 degrees and they don't know how to go to Starbucks and order a coffee without being an idiot. You know what I mean? Might seem like a stereotype, but it's true. Man, there's nothing. All these are sealed up. Yeah, that's true. The researchers do a lot of the grunt work, and the professors and doctors are like harvesting all their like hard work for the findings. Let me get something here. It was neat working in a lab, though. It was like, I don't know, some aspects of it were like working for Umbrella or something like that. Like some of the different procedures and SOPs we had in like different labs. Oh! What the fuck is he just chilling down here for? I had a boss that was legit like a James Bond villain. He could like be your worst enemy, be your demon or your angel. He could be really a dick or like a nice dude. It reminded me of Scorpio from that Simpsons episode. What was that guy's name? Hank Scorpio? That's legit who he was, except he had like a fucking Russian accent. Wow. Did I enable the wrong? Okay, whatever. Yeah, I'll never forget one time we were working on a Saturday. It was just me and him, like doing some emergency project. And he was such a cheapskate. He was driving this like 1995 fucking Honda Odyssey that was barely held together. This dude made like $300,000 a year. And he would just save every penny he possibly could. And he was driving like one of the worst cars I've ever seen before. This dude who, you know, lived in an estate was just driving a car with like a donut on it permanently. And it was the middle of July, and his car like completely just broke down. No, he definitely, he was like a 60-year-old man who did not have student loans. He was just a fucking bastard. And he made me drive him to like this train station that was like a couple hours away. And he never even thanked me. I'll never forget that. Such a prick. But it felt like I had to do that or he would have like punished me. You know what I mean? He would have been a dick to me. At work. Like that's that kind of person he was. He would like hold things over people's heads like that. So whenever I hear stories about like nightmare bosses like that, like I definitely believe them because half the things that guy did, I wouldn't have believed if someone else told me. Yeah, totally. Science is just as much about politics and managing people and getting to know the right people as anything else in the world. Ugh. That was close. Unfortunately. Maybe even more so in some ways, especially at like a university level. In a company, it's one thing. But universities, holy shit. There's so much bullshit. Like different faculty members and stuff. Okay, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I'm not really getting a lot of items. Hey, what's up, Tex and DDD? How you doing? I found a couple submarine parts, at least. Yeah, exactly. It's the, like ass kissing, the politics. It depends on the university, who's in charge of the department. A lot of other stuff like that. The people who... Whoa! Spray him! No! How would he not? I sprayed him! How can she slap? That was crap, man. I sprayed him with a fire extinguisher. The fuck? He does get immune to it, but not in the first 2 sprays. The hell? Yeah, he does after like 1 or 2 sprays. Maybe he got hit the first time, but he didn't stop at all. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Oh well, that run was pretty crappy anyways. The fuck was I saying? Oh yeah, like the worst professors in the world can get tenure from a university. And then just like give up kind of. Like I think it must get brought up for review at some point, but like I don't know. I feel like that's the case, at least. Actually, I should probably just go down here. Check all of these. I think I checked all of this floor. And it's too bad because the right professors and teachers at the right times and the right courses can really fucking like change a person completely. So when there's someone who's not passionate at all about something, it is a fucking bummer, especially when you're paying a lot of fucking money to be there. Yeah, that's sketchy too. If a professor's writing a book and then telling you to buy it for the class. I mean, that's a whole other can of worms on its own. The textbook, like, rig system. Textbook scam racket, I guess. Did I get another bag? No, it's the first one this time. Especially in this day and age where it's like, you really don't need a textbook for certain classes. And the whole thing with digital copies too is you can't get like secondhand copies anymore, I think, right? So you have to pay full price now for everything. Yeah, it depends on the class. Sometimes you can get away with it, but some fucking professors are sticklers for shit like that. If you're going to a real school, though, it shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, especially with something like computer science or any computer course, stuff gets outdated so quickly. Where is he? I remember taking a Microsoft Access class in like 2005. Oh! That book is probably so outdated now. Yeah, but they're just like printing the money off anyways at that point, I guess. If they're the ones running the university, at least. It's kind of funny, though. They are screwing themselves, though, I suppose. No, I mean, it's really more about, you know, the right connections and stuff like that now. Or meeting people at college, really networking. And the life experience, honestly. I know a lot of people who hire for companies, you know, they're really looking for people who can, you know, by having a degree, you're saying you managed to fucking have enough responsibility to get your shit together enough for 4 years to get a degree or whatever. You know what I mean? It doesn't even matter what the degree is sometimes. They just want to know that you have some level of intelligence, I guess. Yeah, I mean, just a basic bachelor degree. You know, it's kind of like, it's like a second high school degree now, in a lot of ways, depending on what your degree is. You're just saying that you have a pulse and that you're going to show up at work and that you're not going to flake out, basically, by having, you know, the competence to pull it off. I already went through all this. Which is what I would say a high school degree is kind of fucking, you know, signifying to at this point. But maybe not. Yeah, I'd say the opportunities in a smaller town for something like that are going to be slimmer. That, I think in a smaller town, it's way more about who you know for jobs, unfortunately. Yeah, trade schools are pretty good. Yeah, I have a few friends who do welding, actually. That's a tough job, though. Like, they get their asses kicked every day. And that's all you do. You know what I mean? Trade jobs do pay well, but you are going to be working a lot. And then when you're not working, you're resting because it's a tough job. Especially if you have like a family and stuff. But that's also the motivation for a lot of people. Oh shit, we got eggs. We got eggs! Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, there is a very unfair stigma and stereotype, but you know, a lot of the people I know who went to tech school and then just started working right out of high school have fucking gigantic houses now. Not everybody, but a lot of them. If you can get like into the right industry and you know what you like and it clicks and you can just bang away at that job like from a young age, you'd be pretty set by the time you're in your 30s. Especially if there's like a trade guild or like a union or something like that. Especially for welding and any iron work. And they're always needed because we're always building some shit. But they do get laid off a lot too. And that whole working in that industry is kind of sketchy depending on who you're working for. Although it's getting better every year, but there's a lot of fucking weird shit that happens in construction. Especially when you're welding, the most competitive jobs are in, you know, you're building buildings. You're building like skyscrapers sometimes. Sometimes you're up like fucking 30, 50 stories welding shit with like fucking helmets on and stuff. That's a nerve-wracking job, dude. And then you got some guy in a crane who can't keep the thing still, and all of a sudden it jerks and like, I don't know, man. It's scary. It's scary as fuck. And those guys get paid a lot. The ones that are like driving the cranes and stuff, those guys make way more money than anyone else, I think. Yeah, what's the welding, what's it called? Like the metal. I Why can't I think of the name? Yeah, there's a lot of scummy developers out there. Is that what it's called? It's like the actual metal they use to like... I guess the fabrication. Yeah, one of my best friends is a welder, actually. And he works for another friend of ours who went into the Marines after high school and just like was a welder for the Army, I guess, for like a couple of years. It's definitely a job where it's like, if you know those guys, you can work with them. You know what I mean? They don't just like hire people, I think. It's all people that, you know, they know from other jobs and stuff like that. But I guess that's how the union works for a trade like that, too. You get in the union, you get the jobs. Fuck. This isn't really a great run either. I'm not finding a lot of items today. There's actually a really cool season of The Wire. I think it's the second season. Excuse me. Right? Has anyone ever watched The Wire? The second season is about the shipping containers in New Jersey, the dock workers, and about the union and stuff. That was really interesting. That's what's his name from Stranger Things, right? Right? He's like the dad. Ah, with Ziggy and stuff. I remember the beginning of that season, I was so disappointed by the drastic change in the like scope of the show, but it got so good. Yeah, what's his name? Dave something. Dave something. What were you saying? You watched the fourth season of Channel Zero? We just watched that in Discord, a bunch of us. It was pretty good. It gets a little too crazy at the end, but I really like the slow burn at the beginning. So many Davids. Yeah, and it just gets like ridiculous. I kind of like that too, though. Well, speaking of the corn, one of the guys I used to work with looks exactly like the bad guy in that season of Channel Zero. Like, uncanny. And he was such a dick. And seeing him almost like gave me this like flashback of anger. And I'll never forget that guy found a better job, and he's like, one day came in and he was like, well, I'm quitting. And it was like one of the happiest days of my life. Oh no. Exactly, Wing. Exactly. Can't believe that just happened. That's got to be the best feeling in the world when you're at a job and you start to hate it because of the manager or you have to work with someone every day that like is just the worst, and then you find out that they're leaving. Honestly, one of the best feelings in the world. Such a relief. The whole ship was celebrating. Cried tears of joy. Yeah, dude. That seriously changed my life for the better. Never forget that. The boss gives it out of nowhere and fires them. Yeah, that's pretty cathartic. Yeah, it sucks when someone you like leaves too. Especially if they don't replace them, yeah. I've had that happen before though, where it does end up working out, where like someone leaves and it ends up opening another door, or like someone else comes in and ends up working out. I'll never forget, like, hiring. We had to go through the hiring process. Whoa, no, I'm stuck. It's stuck on the wall. We had to bring a new person into that other job, and I was, like, not looking forward to it. Because I felt like my job was being threatened by it, but then they ended up being, like, a really good friend of mine, so. You never know. Yeah, when a manager just bounces, that's probably not good. That's not usually good. Yeah, dude, interviewing is very stressful. Some people excel at it. And I don't want to, like, you know, honk my own horn. I think I do well in that pressure. Like conducting an interview, I think I do well. But the nerves leading up to it is one of the worst things in the world.
Very expensive.
I hate that. The feeling of like, all right, well, it's time to do it. Yo, Demons, thanks for that donation, dude. For that $5. Xenolin. Hope I said that right. Thanks for that Twitch Prime. Whoa! So much to the point where I would, yeah, not want a job, like take an interview. That I completely understand that. I feel like I've like limited a lot of my options being that way though throughout my life. I guess it's like the fear of rejection or whatever, right? So you don't want to put yourself in that situation. Plus just being the center of attention like that in a job interview and having to look someone in the eyes and stuff, that's what I would struggle with a little bit. Like, I'm very good at Texas Hold'em though. But it feels very disingenuous to like interview like that. Because then I feel like I'm building up this expectation of me being this amazing worker, and then I get hired, and it's like, oh god, now I gotta really like do something. And that's when I start to like psych myself out. So I think it's like, yeah, just comfortable where I am. I'm not even gonna attempt to. All right, let's row. I need that. But some people, that's their job, to interview people and every day. I guess you get used to it, but that sounds like nightmarish to me. Yeah, I hate those kind of like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? What's your best trait? What's your worst trait? Tell me some things about yourself. What would you do in this situation? Like, none of these questions are really gauging anything about me. I'm just lying. Nobody's answering this truthfully. Or at least not completely. What the hell is that? Flare gun? I need that. Yeah, like some people know what to, you know, what people want to hear, so it doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, I hate those surveys like that. All right, there's nothing over here. We do have the lights in and the battery in. So we just need the... Did I have the welder? I thought I had that at one point, or was that the last run? We got the pump. So I just need duct tape or a battery. No, duct tape or a welder. Yeah, it is a little like role playing. You really have, you know, you could be whoever you want to be at that point. You know, even your fucking resume. Like people lie all the time on their resumes. And it's not even considered lying. It's just like such an embellishment. I don't know. All right, I don't need this, but I'll take it. I guess I just need a helicopter key now, too. Oh, hey. Got him. No! Oh, shit! Don't spray me. Don't spray me. God damn it. He's catching up. Yeah, he can quote unquote climb. He like slowly rises. The cream rises to the top. Yeah, I just got sprayed like a fucking... like a hot dog. Skin is boiling off. Boiling hot steam. I got no shoes. Come on, give me something. I was just thinking about the trailer they showed for Monstrum 2. And there's like a weird dog monster that's chasing you. Oh god, I wonder what that's gonna be like. Come on. Nothing? It's not. It's like a few weeks old now, maybe a month old. It's actually a pretty good trailer, but it's not really gameplay. Oh shit! I thought I was stuck. It's a good trailer though. It has me interested at least. They could have gone way more generic with it. Glad they didn't. Yeah, it's just the one where the lady's running and she has like the hospital gown on, and then there's like a fucking... It looks like a dog from Stranger Things. Like, what was that, the first season of Stranger Things when the dog monster's like chasing them? Right? That happens, right? I didn't just make that up. Is it the second season? It does happen, though. There's like some kind of dog beast. Alright. Wasn't sure. Thought it was a false memory for a second. I think I need to hide. Yeah, I love Dark Souls. Haven't played it in a while, though. Fuck is he doing? The demo dogs, thank you. Now I remember them saying that. Yeah, that's what the Monstrum dog looked like in the trailer. Oh yeah, and then what's his name gets well, I'm not gonna say it. Never mind. Yeah. Yeah, they do things. Yeah. What is with the RNG tonight in Monstrum, man? I just need the one thing. He's on my ass constantly. I was thinking about reinstalling Dead by Daylight and giving the Silent Hill DLC a shot. Despite not really playing Dead by Daylight for a couple of years. I can't remember the last time I played that game. Wait, I thought they took away his buns in this one. Yeah, they took it away. Previously, he was a thicker man, but Heather looks kind of funny too, but what are you gonna do? There's something like a little bit more generic about her model, I think. All I'm finding are empty soda bottles, dude. The sodas. Nothing, dude. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of weird things related to that out there. People used to be really thirsty for Pyramid Head. You don't really see it as much now, but there was a time where oh, hell yeah. All right, we're out of here. Let's get out of here. It used to be, I honestly, before I started streaming, I had never played Silent Hill all the way through. I rented Silent Hill 1 once as a young lad, and it scared me too much. I've told this story a few times, but it just never really interested me until I really got into streaming, and probably like 4 or 5 years ago, and I played every Silent Hill game on stream. I think it was like 4 years ago for the first time, and that's really when I got into it. Before then, all I had really known was seeing weird pictures of Pyramid Head in various places and people doing strange things. Not just drawings, but really Pyramid Head. Like people being Pyramid Head in videos. Beyond cosplay. Out of curiosity, what did you think of 4? 4 was annoying. There was aspects of 4 that were really cool, like the enemy design. Some of the coolest enemies in the entire franchise are in 4. Some of the coolest ideas were in 4. I love the ghosts and stuff like that, and hauntings. Definitely spooky, but the fact that the game is just going through the same areas at a certain point really is a drag, and that really kills the pace of that game. I think if that wasn't the thing, it would be a million times better. But the backtracking is too lame. I hate it. But there are some really cool ideas. It gets a bad rep because it broke the mold, kind of. It did something completely different than 1, 2, and 3.
Launch sequence initiated.
It has some great music too.
Sealing room doors. Pressurizing room.
Protag is pretty forgettable though, unfortunately. In a big way. That's an issue as well. The Protag is pretty weak compared to 1, 2, and 3, especially. I can't even remember his name.
At 10%.
Henry, thank you. I think even Travis the truck driver is more memorable than Henry. Like, everything about that Protag is forgettable, down to his outfit, the way he looks, to his hair. He's just one of the most generic Protags of any game ever. But Silent Hill has a fucking problem with that. Silent Hill has a generic Protag issue after 3. Well, I mean, honestly. Except for Travis. Who's still kind of fucking generic, but at least memorable. My favorite Silent Hill? See, my favorite, it's like asking someone what their favorite Beatles album is. It just depends on the day of the week. It's tough. It changes. But I think currently I like Silent Hill 3 the most. I go between 1, 2, and 3.
Charge sequence completed. Opening bay doors.
Oh, that was quick.
Ready for launch.
I love Silent Hill 1, honestly. I have like fake nostalgia for it. Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's get out of here. But I also like a lot of the ideas of some of the other games. Like in Shattered Memories. All the ideas of Shattered Memories are so cool, but the gameplay itself is so bad. But like the story in the game itself is really neat. but the gameplay is awful. It's maybe some of the worst. It's just such a drag. There's no combat. You get, all right. Shattered Memories. You run is the gameplay. You run away and has annoying motion controls for the Wii. And you just run away. You get a flare every now and then and you throw it at a monster to distract them. And that's it. It sucks so bad. But the story and the gameplay is really, really good. Well, not the gameplay. I mean, like the actual like psychology issues and stuff like that. Like talking to the psychologist and having your choices affect like the way the characters look is a really neat idea. So like if you pick all the horny answers when you're being interviewed by the psychologist, all of the characters like look very, very different, I guess. Like it depends on your, if you pick all like, the conservative answers, all the characters look very like Puritan. It's really cool. I like that. Like, but then everything else is not is just like so boring. And the aesthetic of Shattered Memories was way ahead of its time. It's got the VHS aesthetic, and that game came out in like what, 2007, 2008, and no one was doing that yet. That wasn't retro yet. You know what I mean? People were still watching VHSs at that point. Not really, but a couple people were. Yeah, I think, well, the dev team for Shattered Memories, I don't know who it was. It wasn't Team Silent. I think Team Silent had folded at that point. I think they were, I don't know. I don't know the story behind that one exactly. I'd have to do a little bit more research. Yeah, I have the Wii version. I actually got a new Wii the other day. I haven't set it up yet. But we could play Shattered Memories, and I have Ju-On the Grudge, which just got put on Netflix, too. There's a Ju-On the Grudge series that got put on Netflix. Did anyone watch that yet? Yeah, I might have to get it set up. Setting up the Wii is such a pain in the ass. I don't want to emulate it. Emulating the Wii is janky. I'd rather just play it. Although Dolphin is pretty good. It's better for GameCube, though. But there's no reason not to actually use the thing, because I have it. I think you could ditch the sensor bar, right? You just need to get the sensor bar working for... Isn't there like a little hack you can do with the sensor bar to just not even have to use it? That would make the whole thing a million times easier. What's the calling? Isn't that like a band? Isn't that like a shitty like Three Doors Down ripoff? Yeah, Candles, right? And you like trick it into thinking that's it, and then you can just blow them out and you're done. You don't have to use the sensor bar at all after that. Also, a homebrew or a soft modded Wii is really useful. I think a lot of people use it for GameCube Resident Evil versions. I had the soft mod on there a while ago. Then it got ruined in a flood. Yeah, I used to have, what was it, like Pimp My Wii or something like that? Used to have all the directions. There's a couple spooky games on it I want to get. There's one I had sitting around that I can't find right now, but I saw Jerma play it a few months ago. The one with the bugs and stuff. What's the one with the scorpions and the bugs and the spiders fighting? What the fuck is that game called? Like Dangerous Creatures or something like that? It's a Wii game. No, not Bug Island. Although that, now that you say that, I remember that too. I gotta get that. Deadly Creatures, yeah. That's what it was called, okay. It's not really a spooky game, but it's supposed to be pretty cool. And then there's Escape from Holy Mountain or something like that. Or what is it called? Something about mountain climbing, but it's also a survival horror game. Yeah, Bug Island I've seen bits and pieces of. I would like to play it someday. Yeah, just run around with your blowtorch out like that. No one's gonna get stuck in the eye. Nothing. What if you just use this blowtorch to like make a little tiny hole in the bottom of the ship? Would the ship start sinking? What would happen? It'd be cool if there was a game with the physics like that, like Sea of Thieves, and you could just like cut a hole in the bottom of the ship. I don't think there's anything down here. No, I wouldn't just start sinking. Yeah, there's probably some fail-safes. It would at least take like a long-ass time. Because I think there's ships that float around for a long time with little holes in them like that, and they don't sink, so. I don't think it happens. Let's go up to the upper decks, I guess. Where is it? Damn it. Yeah, they can just like seal off compartments, I suppose. Also, if you just took a blowtorch and started opening, like cutting a hole in a boat like that at the very bottom, wouldn't the pressure probably just kill you? Like as soon as you cut through, wouldn't it just like... Wouldn't something bad happen to you probably? If you're sitting at the bottom of the ship. Nice. Although I guess it's not like fucking Alien Resurrection or whatever. Oh no, it's a ghost. Oh fuck! Yeah, I mean, ferries in general are death traps, kind of, if you think about it. Just gotta hope they don't sink. They're usually, like, so behind on regulations. Dude, please don't open this locker. Open the other locker. Don't open this one. I could just run for it. I think I might clip into him if I open the locker door, though. Shit, it's too late. If he goes over to the right anymore, I'm gonna... Nope. Fuck, I think he sees me. Open the other locker. Open the other locker. Thank you, God. Alright, get the fuck out of here. Please leave. No! Dude, you already opened the other one! That's bullshit. Oh my god. He's able to juke out of it. Yeah, he opened both lockers. They can't do that. That's not how the game works. They're only supposed to check one. Yeah, that seems like it would be bad for the boat. There we go. Looks like it could be submarine again. Although I got some pieces. What's up, Insanity? How you doing? I'm gonna leave that there. I think I checked everything else down here already, too. Okay. Okay. Just need a pump. Looking for that pump. Remember in Waterworld, the oil tanker that guy was in? That was a weird boat. It was like on a rock, kind of, wasn't it? What the hell was going on with that? Yeah, if you don't remember Waterworld, you're probably better off, actually. You're better off using that memory in your brain for something else. I kind of regret having the space being taken up by it. I can't get rid of it, though. All I see is Kevin Costner drinking his pee. Can't unsee something like that, man. Stays with you. I'm gonna check the cargo. Close. Yeah, the Virtual Boy Waterworld game. There was a Waterworld Super Nintendo game too, but it only got released in like Europe. It has a banging soundtrack though. I played it a few times. Who directed Waterworld? Was that James Cameron? Yeah, that was, right? Don't they drink pee in Avatar too? Is there a connection there? Kevin Reynolds. Oh, okay. What else did they direct? The Simpsons Waterworld arcade game. Yeah, I love that bit. They put in like 50 coins. I love that. There's really nothing down here. Oh, okay, Robin Hood. County Monte Cristo movie was actually one of my favorites. I rewatched it recently, and it was not nearly as good as I remember it being. Obviously, the source material is some of the best ever written, but respectable movie, I suppose. Oh, hey, not gonna go in there. It was just Mad Max, but on the water. That was just the idea. That was it. That's Waterworld. Also, even weirder somehow. Oh yeah, the Universal ride. I remember seeing that in like Nintendo Power or something like that. I already got that thing. You could like win a trip to Universal. I think it was for the Virtual Boy game. It was a promo for the Virtual Boy game in Nintendo Power. He's following me. And like one grand prize winner. I was going to make a pee joke, but I'm just not even going to. You could just pretend I did. Is it still a thing though? Waterworld at Universal, or is it like gone? Yeah, they really, really wanted it to be a big deal. I think I saw it in theaters, honestly. My dad took me to see so many dumb movies. I love the guy, but Jesus Christ. What do you mean? This lifeboat looks great. You wouldn't be scared to get in that lifeboat with all that duct tape on there? It's safe. Yeah, dude. I'll like go see my dad, and he'll be like watching like The Expendables 2. It's like that's, you know, that's what he does. Always watching that, or like a John Wayne movie or something like that. Not that, but like something like that. Did it. Yeah, I mean, that's why they make them. But people can like whatever they want. Doesn't mean whatever is good is good. You get like a little too full of yourself sometimes and stuff like that. Did the ghost get on the boat? No. He kind of like fell off. All the garbage games. Yeah, I think I saw like Black Sheep, which was probably the worst Chris Farley movie. What else? The Last Action Hero movie. Waterworld. Godzilla 1999. What else? Just a lot of like funny ones like that. It's pretty good. All right. Let's play some other games. Oh, Wild Wild West. I think I must have seen that too. Yeah, that was always a funny one.